Hi guys, I'm back again. Yes, I know. I'm supposed to be revising and I will after I finish this video. And I've got some feedback from people and I got one from my sister and my cousin and they say that I talk too long and it's just long. So what I have done is that I have set myself a timer. It's gonna be 5 minutes and I'm just gonna press start. Once I press it and the timer goes off, I'm gonna stop talking. Okay? I'll stop. I will stop talking. Okay. Right. It started. Um yeah, I had like a debate with not debate, it was like a discussion on my YouTube with someone called Genevro. Sorry if I got your name wrong, but yeah, and it was really interesting because um, he was telling me about another idea or theory or methods or thing, something that could be about the whole universe and it was to do with naturalism, and then I was like, ooh, sounds very interesting, and he or she, sorry, was explaining something about it, and then I did ask them to tell me a little bit about it, and they did, and I also researched about it online, and basically from what I've read, if it's wrong, you can rewrite it again. Um, um, he or she was saying, and what was saying online was saying that um, that the universe or any the universe was already there already, and there is there was no beginning. It was already there, and it said online that spirits and ghosts and some other thing like tree like all okay, spirits and ghosts are not real, and it's just people's perception. Okay, and then I was like, oh, okay, that's that sounds a bit interesting. And then when the person told me that, I was saying to myself, oh, okay. And then I was like thinking, okay, if that's the case, if if they say, if a naturalist who is another human being say that spirits and ghosts are not real, and one medium is saying that, yeah, I see spirits and I see ghosts and I speak to them, how can the naturalist say no, 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 it's not real, it's not real, and the medium say, yeah, it is real, I see ghosts and this is what I do in order for me to see it, and they are actually like connected with the ghosts, and I like proper like, yeah, 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 I see it, it's there, it's real, and I feel it. Like, okay, when people say real, it doesn't mean to see it, it's real, because obviously we know that we have emotions and we don't see emotions, we feel it. And I just when I asked, I actually wrote a lot in answer to the person, because I was just like, oh, that's different, and I really wanted to know, like, yeah, yeah, tell me. And then I was just reading, and then I was like, okay, if if all them spirits and ghosts are not real, why do we have emotions that is not there? Is that not real? And then we feel it, we don't see it. It wasn't, what, has it always been there? And if it's always been there, how come some people feel a certain way towards some other people, and some people feel another way to other people, and it's just all like mix and match. Like, if it's all there and everything was just there and there's no beginning, then everything should be as it is, as it is. That's why I was saying in my previous videos that all we should be doing is what we do every day is eat, sleep, what I said. And then I was like, okay, then try and break it further to things that we have what we don't need. If we don't need it, why is it there? Like, and then I'm not asking why is it there for some another human being to give me an answer. I'm only asking because we human beings can only ask that questions to each other, and some people will give ideas, and like some people will bring like talk about like spiritualness and all that, yeah, and the mediums and all that. And I was like, okay, cool. And then that's what I was saying. That's when I was reading it, when I was doing naturalism, and they were saying that, oh, it's not real. I mean, ghosts and that is not real, and that's what they base their theory or belief on. And I was thinking, isn't that kind of flawed if you're saying that all the natural things, because obviously it's not a physical thing, and it's a thing that another person is saying that, yeah, I feel it, and that is natural. That is not a physical thing. It's not a tree or it's not like wood, or it's not a chair that I'm sitting on that I feel. It's something that another medium and somebody else is saying that, yeah, I know what I'm saying. Like, I'm connecting with the ghost right now. Like, if you want to come and join me, you can do it. Like, the naturalism probably won't get it because they don't connect with that. So they probably connect with something that they say, oh, is not real. But then I was thinking, that is kind of flawed to tell one person that believes in something that that's not real, when the person is saying, no, it is. And like, yeah, and they're showing you like, whatever. And I was like thinking that was kind of flawed. And then the person was going on further about gods, and oh, if you say that there was a beginning, then you should ask yourself, who is God and how was God made? And then I was saying to myself, I said it to the person, I said to myself, I was like, hold on, I'm not God, I'm not, like, I don't know what's going on beyond that thing. But, and even if you read the Bible does not say exactly how things were made. If you read the Bible, all it says is God made the heavens and earth. God is an English term for that creator that is there. Same way Allah is an Arabic term for that creation that is there. Same way Nankupong is a tree version, is where my mom's from, of that creator that is there. It's a term that we have to call that creator. You can call it the creator if you want, but it's that beyond, yeah. And I'm saying that I cannot go beyond, even if with me and other human beings is already complex. So it says in the Bible, oh yeah, God made this and that, and then it says, oh, he made light and he made each and every one of us, including animals in that, in his own image. Now, if you guys want to imagine that, you can if you want to. That's where your imagination starts flowing or going wild. That's why people have their own theories, X and Y and all that. Yeah, people have that. That's where people's imagination is going there. And I was like, cool, that's people's imagination. But my Bible, because that's what I believe in, is not saying that, yeah, it's this and I'm a ball of that, and the flames come out here and I'm some sort of thing. And it's just saying, okay, that's it, basics. If you want to, use your imagination, if you want to go wild, hey. It's just basics. If you read about everything is just basic. If you want to do that, because it even says in the Bible, let the peacemaker be the peacemaker. Those who want to do it, yeah. But in the terms that I'm using, it's, when I carry on reading it, if you read properly, it's talking about what we should be doing with ourselves. It's like, okay, if you want to try and imagine what is beyond your brain or your ability, what is beyond animals' brain and ability, what's beyond the star or the sun's brain or ability, or what's beyond the water's brain and ability, and then what's beyond the universe's brain and ability, then you can. Hey, go for it. But what it's saying now is like you need to kind of conquer what you know best on Earth before you can go beyond. If you want to try and do that, then you can, because until that thing comes down and tell you, it ain't gonna come. You're not gonna know. You're gonna like care. So be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's when, like, um, religion and faith and everything comes in. Yeah. So, for like me, yeah, um, you see, like I said in other videos, that there's loads of spirits, and there's that not physical, the thing that we don't need, yeah, the emotions and all that thing that we don't need, that additional things is everywhere, and there's so many different things. Like 1 minute we can be like so angry, and 1 minute so sad, and like I'll give you an example. Like my sister, she would she loves like before, like she should like go on YouTube and look for like piano stuff, like, you know, to learn how to play the keyboard. And then when she's playing the keyboard, like when she gets it wrong, she's like, oh man, she gets it wrong, and she just carries on doing it. She carries on. She's like, oh, I got it wrong, and she'll just go on and do it for the past 2-3 weeks, and she'll carry on doing it until she gets it right. And then she's like, yeah, I got it right, and then she goes to the next thing. That is just basic human to interest. That she is determined to know to play the keyboard, that tune that she plays. She's determined to get it right. And then when she gets it right, she's like, you know, yeah, I got it right. And then she goes to the next thing. That's basic interest. And if you base that on the greater thing between human and beyond the universe, that is just, whoa. Then we try and go break it down. The same with school, yeah, with us and school. Like, you have to pick the right school. Like, we pick a school, and then you know like if you pick a school, you have to go to that school for 5 years. Some people drop out, some people do this, some people, but some people are determined, like, no, I'm gonna do it, and they know they have to do it for 5 years. And then, you know, they pass them from primary to secondary, and they pass. They're like, yeah, you guys, and then yeah, you go on to the next thing. That is 5 years of our time. Then you go further to like people with, and that's just determination. Which is that nature, or is that, you know, what? Is that not real? Because that determination is not a physical thing. Because I could physically go on YouTube and, you know, play the piano thing that my sister's doing and do that, but I don't dig that. It's not. I don't do that. I swear, I wouldn't dig that thing. I was like, you do it because that's what you want to do. You know, yeah, you are determined to do it, yeah. And then it breaks it further to people going to uni, and, you know, 4 years, 5 years, going to work 5 years, and you're determined to stick at it until you've accomplished that thing. Then you go on to the next thing, yeah. And that is where I go on to like being with another person, like me being with a guy or being with my man, yeah. And then like, and it says like, you know, being with somebody is a life thing. Like, to love somebody is life. Like, my mom loves me for life. She don't, like, it's a life thing. Like, that is a life thing. She even says that there's nothing about whatever the ability or whatever would stop my mom loving me or my brothers or sisters. That is determination. She's sticking at it. When she gave birth to me and her belly was all big and pumped out, yeah, and she went through labour, and you know she suffered, and she had to do a cesarean for me, and she nearly died, and blah blah blah, and I'm there. She's like, that is it. I am going to love this thing, no matter how butters I am, or how talkative I am, or how whatever I am. I could even piss her off sometimes, but she's like, no, until I go out from my world, or what somebody takes out of my brain or my heart, My mum is like, I'm sticking at it. I will love that thing. And that is a lifelong thing. And that's just my mom and me, and my mom and my brothers and sisters. Let me break it further to me, and yeah, like I said, me going out with somebody. That process takes time. And then you find the person, and like you see, that's what I was like. Oh, the person that the couple that are married for 86 years, yeah, that is their determination to stick at it. Like that's why in 21st century relationships are kind of like flawed, because every argument or everything that happens, people drop out. Like when people go to school or whatever, they don't like the course, they drop out. It's because they haven't really, read through, or they haven't got the description of what they're getting themselves into properly. And when you get to that description, you know that they'll tell you the bad things about it, like uni, for my course, like the things that I don't like in uni, like my course is like map work, or like them long ass dotting down them geography. I don't like geography, but it's in my course and I have to do it in order for me to pass. And it says it already. They give you the module stuff, they give you descriptions of what could be included. And I'm like, yeah, I still want to do it, And I'm doing it. Like, yeah, I may be like, oh, pissed off and, oh, it's so bad. But I'm sticking at it because I read my description before I carried on doing it, yeah. So, like, that's the same with the people, like, people going out, people getting married or whatever. They stick at it. Just because, something happened, you have an argument, people just go, oh, that's it, I'm bothered. Like, you stick at, if that's the person, because that's why, yeah, the beginning process, it takes you time to find that person. When you find that person, you know the description of the person that you're saying that I want to be there for life, yeah, that is it, yeah. And then they know the description, inside and out. I know you know me inside and out. We argue, we go there, we go here, we come here, we go there, and everything's there. But they're sticking at, they're determined to be together. That was 86 years of their life, yeah. And that's just humans to humans. And I was even talking about just humans to education, and that's just humans to interests, and humans to like basic things that we have created on earth, like school and whatever, and choir and piano lessons and looking at YouTube and fiddling with the piano. That is what we are striving for here. Human to things, human to me looking at this, making this video. I'm determined to just make this video because I'm sticking at it. Yeah, the descriptions that like, oh, people may not look at it, or it's too long, or I'm chatting crap, but I'm determined to get my point across because that is what I would. I know what I'm doing. Yeah. So, is that part of nature where some people, because we all have that determination. Some people have determination to do some other things, like people doing the let's say the evolution or the Big Bang thing, and like they're determined to try and find out like what's beyond, and it takes more than one person to give all them theories. It's because if you think about it, how hard it is for us to like even love one another, my mum loving me, or me being with somebody for 86 years, or my sister like trying to play that thing for 3 weeks, and it's all getting in her head, just getting all angry, like, oh man, like, I'm trying to date. She said, shut up man, stop talking to me. And like she's proper like, ugh, until she gets it right. And then like, look at how hard that is. And then that's just like human. Even like to speak another language. Like how many languages are there in the world, yeah? Like speak another language. Even if I'm trying to learn how to speak French, yeah. Look at how hard it is. And I have to be determined to get it done. And it's like, oh my days. And then, but yeah, it could take me years to be proper fluent in that. But I'm like, yeah, I'm still on a date, determination. And that's like us within our life now, yeah. That's like determination. I was like thinking, what is that part of nature? If that's part of nature, then why is some determined to do something else, or fall in love with somebody else, or do this other thing, and other people are going other places? If that was the case, like I was saying, we should just be mono, like everybody loves everybody, and everybody is determined to do everything. Everybody just eat, sleep, and eat and sleep and eat and sleep, and like that's what I was saying. And I was thinking it's more complicated than it is just there, and there's no beginning, and it was just rearranged to for. I was trying to read and understand what it was saying, but it's saying something about how things were rearranged for things to already be there. And if that's the case, what is rearranging things to things for things to be there in the first place? Like, I'm not asking people to give me an answer. I'm asking because some people feel that they have the answer for something that is beyond human ability, beyond animals' ability, beyond stars' ability, beyond the universe ability. And if that's the case, then you could tell me, because when I speak, I'm not speaking on behalf like I know it all. Like, yes, I am the universe thing, and I know it all. Like, nah. I'm just saying based on human terms, because I can't speak for animals. Like I was saying in the video, I mean, when I was replying to Janim Fro, I was saying that we can only speak for humans, yeah? And just because we speak to each other and animals speak with themselves, does that make animals dumber than us? And I was thinking, how can we say animals are dumber or they're less dominant than us? No, we just say that because we're humans and that's what we feel, that we are superior. And then when people say that, I was like, okay, how is it then the same water that we drink is the same water can drown us? The same animal that you say is less dominant, if you go into the jungle, you go and try and greet a lion or something, you're gone. It's not like just because we can talk to each other, that doesn't mean they can't talk to each other. That doesn't mean plants can't talk to each other. I don't know what they're doing. That doesn't mean they're dumb. Yeah, that doesn't mean they're stupid. It just means they do what they do, we do what we do. That's why we speak to each other. We try and communicate. Like, I have a dog, I try and communicate with my dog. She does similar things to me sometimes, like the whole emotion thing. Like, she does sometimes, like, wow, like I wouldn't know what's going on in her head. I could pretend like, oh, Wanda's saying this, but I wouldn't know, like, seriously. So that doesn't mean I'm bare smart. Like, humans are smart. Like, we're just here because we speak to each other, and we are making the world somewhere that, oh, we have a purpose in, like, you know, to go to school, to go there, to go here, to go, you know, to do things. Because if, scrap all that, scrap all school, scrap all everything, scrap it all, what would we be doing? Eat, sleep, eat, sleep, eat, sleep, go to the toilet. Yeah. And then scrap it all, that's what we'll be doing. But when we scrap all of the, you know, physical things like computer and all that, if we take it all out, yeah, the emotion thing, that non-physical thing, that love and all that and all that and all that, would that still be there? It's there because when I'm not in school, when I'm not doing anything, that feeling that I have for my mom or my sister or my brother is still there. Scrap the whole world, scrap everything, scrap the whole, you know, my printer on my lap, scrap it all, scratch that, yeah, and talk about what we would be doing. That is eating, sleep, like what I said. And then I'm talking about them inner, that thing, the love and the anger and the that would still be there too. And then I ask the person, what is that there for? Because on earth, yeah, we only need to eat, we need to survive and all that. So why do we have the additional facilities for me to love my brother? Why would I love my family? Why would I, like, you know, be that determination to do something, to strive? Because it's not needed, yeah. And then that's when I base, like, you know, let's break it down, yeah, to let's try and, you know, you want to ask this question and you want to go and ask it to that creator or whatever was there, yeah. Because I call it God, people call it Allah, or people call it, you know, well, everybody calls it matter or theories, yeah. I just call creator, let me just say creator, yeah. And then, like, you know, you want to try and, you want to try and ask these things to them. Like, you want to ask it to whatever's out there. Like, whatever just put us there, nature, whatever. Like, I want to know, like, tell me now. Nah, like, even if the thing tried to even come down and be like, okay, I made the sun like this, and it's like that, and it's like that, and then I made you like this, and then I look like this, and I'm this, and like, we would only know what it's saying in our terms, which is English or another language, in our terms of our speaking. That is the only way we would know what it's saying. So that's why we get all these little theories. Like, you say the universe was made 37.5 billion years. And I was like, okay, if that's the case, let the thing come and tell us now then, like, But it's not, that thing would not be able to come and speak and tell you exactly. I can give you resources. I can say you have a heart. I can say back in the day, you was a dust or something. You do your this and, like, your that. But to actually, for me, the creator, to actually come down to 6.8 million humans, then X amount of animals, then X amount of stars that is there, then to the water, then to the each and every planet that's there, then to all the little energies and spirits and gods and everything that's there, and be like, okay, guys, this is how I made it. I mean, what? How could it speak? What would it pull from flames out of his head? Like, what would it do? That's what I'm saying. So, and people still want that relationship, or to relate, or to connect with something that's beyond. If not, there wouldn't be any religion. If not, there wouldn't be any theories. If not, there wouldn't be nothing. We would just do nothing. We'll just eat, sleep. That's when why we're here is why we're here. That doesn't mean, when I say humans is the ones that want that doesn't mean animals or whatever or sun or that may or may not want it, because I am not an animal and I can't speak on behalf of them. Just because they run around in the woods and that doesn't mean we know what they're doing or what's their ability or their mind. Because my dog, her emotions, she has emotions like me. Like, when somebody wants to hurt me or something, she would be like, nah, man, don't do that. Like, that doesn't mean, oh, she's dumb and she's just gonna die and she just die. That's what we are saying to us. Then I was like saying, oh, okay, we still want that relationship with that creator. And then I was like, that's when I relate to my Bible. It didn't say things like, oh, I made this like that, I made it like that. It says, if you are determined to acknowledge what is beyond our physical, then we have to use that additional facilities that we have, called emotion, determination, imagination, all these anger or love or this, all that additional thing that is not needed here, to go out there. And it didn't say, the Bible does not say this, it is the only way to get to a certain place. It says there's many paths, there's many this, there's many that. But what mine is saying, the emotion or the additional facility I want you to connect to or to be determined with, is that emotion called love, that emotion called forgiveness, that extra facility called faith, that extra facility which includes spirit, Holy Spirit, that extra thing that is, joy and understanding and harmony, and like, that's the extra facility that it's talking about. Now, in order for me as another human being to even try and be like, yeah, I mean, I do love my mom and all that, yeah, that's it, isn't it? No, how can that be it? If it takes X amount of, it takes me like, 86 years to be in love with another human, then to break it further to beyond. It could take wow. And it says it takes your life, not 80 years of your life, it takes your whole life, yeah, to be able to actually get to the next step with that creator out there, dark matter, energy, whatever. It takes your whole life. When you die, when your physical stays, it takes your whole life plus that additional facility that was there in the first place, that is not needed on earth but is there. That additional thing is what is needed to go out there. Whatever it is that is what is needed. But in order for that to happen, I want, or that thing is saying, for a Christian, I can only speak for Christian. If you want to speak in terms of Muslim, then that's great. In terms of Christian, I can only, in order for you to get to a certain pathway, because obviously it's huge. It even says in the Bible, there's so many spirits. There's so many. My 30 minutes is up. Okay, yeah. Let me finish off. Yeah, it takes so many. I mean, there's so many things that are out there. So many. Like it even says, there's anger, there's this, like there's that, there's everything. But if you are determined to have that love thing, yeah, then this is what you're supposed to do. Let me give you an example. The example is Jesus. And Jesus is the same as everybody else, and like I keep saying, like he was born and raised, he was poor and everything, and it took him 30 something years for him to actually kind of realize why the hell he was there in the first place. Because when he was little, he didn't do any great significance. It was just normal until he grew up, yeah. And then he's like, okay, that's the example, and he's showing the example of, like, you're saying that you're determined to have that love and to have that additional facility that you can connect with more, because obviously the more you do something, the better you are. That's even human, like human for me to, like, because before when I started doing this, it took me hours to say what I was trying to say, but now I said I'm going to break it down, because the last one was 41 minutes, now I'm saying 30 minutes, yeah. And you just, you're determined, like that determination, and you say, and I am doing it with my own accord. Nobody is forcing me, and nobody is telling me, Shen, you should make a video. Nah, I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a video, and I'm determined to do it. That's the same thing. Like, if you dig that, if you wanna, in order for you to connect with or be determined for that additional facility called love, then you would, there are other, they say, it's not saying that there's nothing else there, because I do sometimes get angry and blah blah blah, and I get emotional, and it's there, but try and disconnect that one and connect with that. Be determined with this one, and when you're determined with that one, you get stronger. The same way my mom said she'll love me forever, and I say I love my mom for like ever and ever, and then that's the same way. Times that by the 6.8 million people that and counting, that Jesus just said, I'm just gonna die for you guys, like, because I love you guys, even my enemies, and everybody said I'm saying you should love your enemies and all that, yeah, even all that. I said, yeah, I will do it, and I've done it, and the example was when God or the Creator increased that facility, that additional facility called love that we have in ourselves. Mine could be a little bit, somebody else could be more. Like my mum is more than mine in terms of her children, because I don't have kids and all that. So that increased the whole, like, it's increased it, gave it everything, yeah. And he's just like, okay, and he just died. I mean, I always say she could die for 4 times that by, and that's her heart. That's more than mine, but less than Jesus, because whatever gave it to him. And then, like, times that by the 6.8 million people who love X amount of things, who are determined to do X certain things, and that determination is making them do this, that, and then it increased as he grew up. Because when he was little, he did do that. He's probably, if somebody asked me, Shen, go and die, I'd be like, I can't die for 6.8 billion in counting people, like probably my mom. But saying, if you connect with that, if you are determined to be like that, that's the example. Let me give you the example, Jesus. look at the example. It has happened. It didn't happen. It wasn't proofed in. It wasn't some sort of like some magical. It was there. He grew up. He did the same crap. He ate. He slept. He went to the toilet. He did the same thing. And like, what was the difference? What's the difference between me and him? Like, we're both human beings. It's just that his emotion was increased. How? Like, why is it so much that he actually said, you know what? Scrap that. Let me just go and die for you guys. Like, if he didn't have that, do you think like he would do that? Like, me personally, but I think that that pathway is what I connect with. Is that I am determined. Even if somebody would be like, no, man, look at my one. My one is like, it's proper like, it's all like physical. Like, calm down. Let me show you. I'll be like, okay, I'll look at it. I'm not gonna lie. I'll look at it. I'll see like, oh, okay, but I didn't be like, oh, scrap that, Jesus, let me just go there. No, because I think that side, and this one sounds interesting, but I've already I'm not disconnected. I already look at it. I'm like, ooh, but I've already I'm already there. Like, I'm 20 years into that already, and I want to go beyond that. I want to be more than the 86 years that the two normal couples have been together with, just on earth. I want more than that, 86 years, 100 years. It takes my whole life to get there. And if it's taking your whole life, because your whole life stays here, and if it takes your whole life plus it doesn't need your physical stays. It don't need that. You don't need that here. That's where your nature dies here. That's natural death. Your nature dies here. My hands and everything, my face and all that dies here. But what happens to that extra facility when it's not needed in the first place? I've stopped. I need to stop. I said 30 minutes and now it's like 30 minutes. Okay. Stopped. I've stopped. I'm stopping. And I'm not going to do another video in Plymouth because I'm going back to London to enjoy my summer. So, see you guys in London or wherever you guys are. And, those who are revising, get revising. Good luck with your exams. I've got an exam tomorrow. Wish me luck, guys. Take care. Bye. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Jennifer, and all that. And thank you to my sister and my cousin. I have cut it down. I'm gonna try and cut it down further. I'm gonna break it down like 10 minutes. Like, I'm lying. I'm gonna do it. So yeah. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye.